Guys, have a good day as well. Brickyard 4624. Several firm restriction on Echo, contact ground on Arizona. Takeoff wind 31011, gust 19.
Alright guys, I'm doing a little bit of a test the way it's supposed to, but I wanted to test a couple of different things, possibly get y'all's feedback, stuff like that. Hopefully you guys can hear me just fine. If you can, give me a thumbs up. If you can't, give me a thumbs down. I'll make some quick adjustments here in just a minute. But again, like I said, tonight is more of a test, so if I'm not exactly with you guys in the chat or exactly on par with things this evening, I am working on some stuff behind the scenes. I figured I would give you guys the Wednesday show regardless, all while doing a test. Although tonight, probably not the best night. Got wind gusts 17 knots, as you guys can probably hear on ATC. So just bear with me if you guys would. It may or may not be a good evening, but I will need your feedback on sounds. Thank you, Brianna. That's why I was saying tonight might not have been a good night to test this. But I can always turn that down and we'll adjust from there. But again, y'all's feedback is much appreciated and much needed. Just so I know where we are with things. Again, I'm missing a couple of pieces, but we'll have those tomorrow, hopefully. No. Nothing new. Just made some changes. Nothing new. So the biggest concern I have is you guys being able to hear me. Using a little bit of a different mic set up at the moment. Just until I get my parts tomorrow, and then I'll do some more testing. Hopefully, well, I won't have time to test before Sunday, but maybe I can get outside at home or something and try to run some tests. There's no way to run any tests unless you're here at the airport, obviously. And again, today is probably not the best day for this. It's 17 knot winds. So just bear with us. So again, throughout this show, all feedback is appreciated. Not necessarily on the way I sound. Again, that's going to change over the next couple of days. And again, it is going to sound a little bit like thunder because it is very, very windy out here. I might have to get another piece to rectify that little bit of an issue, but once I do that, we should be golden. So to start off the night, we do have our Air France A350 still here. About to get this United A319 on the move. I'm not going to focus too much on giving you guys flight information this evening. Again, I am going to be working behind the scenes on some stuff. So, again, bear with me. Give me feedback. What do you guys think? Let's hope this A319 departure sounds fantastic. Again, welcome in everybody. Seeing a lot of my European friends. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I know it's a bit late for you guys over there. So good evening to all of you. Good evening to everybody here. Hopefully tonight will be a very good show.
2478, contact departure, Admiral.
Over departure, unit 2478, good day.
Hello, 616, you're ready there, need a minute. Hello, 616, I got traffic 5.5 out, flight 82.
So the radio always sounds like that typically. It's always staticky. I'm listening to it too, so I'm not sure how you guys are hearing it as well, but I'm able to hear it in the headphones. It sounds about the same as me, as normal. It's always really crackly for the airport here for some reason. Usually it's on the ATC side of things. More often than not, we hear the pilots more clear than we do the tower. I don't understand it either. Nelia, good evening. Hey, we got Allegiant on the move, or you guys might say Jet 2. Not quite. Although Ramon and I, if you guys missed it, Ramon and I did figure out that Jet 2 Holiday does lease out Allegiant aircraft. That's why the tails are the same. The rest of it may not be the same, but the tails are in fact the same. And as you guys can see, we got that Saab 2000 sitting over there. Just on the other side. This one is another sports charter. Again, the big game's happening all throughout the week. Okay, so Troy says it's a little on the loud side. No worries. See, that's the feedback I need. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. All right, we got Alaska 572 on the move, and that is based off just memory. I'm not trying to focus too much on flight information this evening. Hopefully this departure sounds amazing as well.
Tower, American 573, visual 23 right.
Alright, 533, roger, taxi, runway 23 right, traffic holding in position.
American 573.
going now 32011.17. Runway 23 left line, boys. I'll stab up parallel. Three full uniform unable fly heading on 160. 3152 X-ray Charlie up to Nardi. That was 2281, taxi Olympia Alpha, just monitor ground point 9
So as you guys probably heard there, gust still up to 17. So 17 knot gusts here for us here at RDU. The building's going to cause our camera to foreshadow our planes until the sun goes down here. So thank you, Troy. I greatly appreciate you spending your Wednesday evening with us. Again, tonight's show was posted a little late today. More so out here to test some equipment and stuff and bring you guys the planes. So hopefully all goes well this evening. Hopefully the ATC is a little bit on the quieter side.
And then 533 left on the able to exit Olympia for Raleigh. Just contact the land south 40 and a half.
I'm turning up the right.
Runway 23 left, it'll handle in 32010, just 17. Clear to land, 23 left, top of show. Contact east, contact the pod. I'm 56, thanks. Only 32012, just 20.
So here we go. We got a little southwest here coming in a little sideways. So the wind is blowing out of the west tonight. Flags are about almost straight out and across the runway. So some of these arrivals might be a little on the tricky side this evening. Contact departure. You can see right here, this one facing the opposite direction. Not facing us tonight, facing away from us. As again, that wind is coming out of the east, or out of the west, excuse me. So hopefully we'll have some good, exciting crosswind landings this evening. Hopefully a couple of my work colleagues are on their way back. I don't know if they're coming back tonight or tomorrow night. Coming back from Atlanta, Georgia. But I'm sure if they're coming back tonight, I'll hear all about this, that's for sure. These windy arrivals. So before I started the show, it was gusty enough that the parking garage was flexing around and moving. Is down, it doesn't sound terrible. Again, I can finally hear all of my audio, so good evening, Molly. Welcome to the show. Happy Wednesday. Be able to open up some flight radar here. Let's try to move the phone without messing up the internet here. Well, that's good news. I did see Miss Carolina typing in that my new hat came, so that's exciting news. Sorry, I had a little wind accident with one of our microphones over here, so I had to go fix that, restabilize it. Might need another cord too. Need one to be a little bit on the longer side. So I think everything is working properly. So again, thank you for spending your Wednesday evening. You can see the flags there just on the left of your screen blowing full force across the runways there. You saw that 737 come down a bit on the squirrely side. So the wind definitely not making things easy for me either, so again, thank you guys. Sorry, I had to go work on our mic one more time. Looked like it was about to fall over. So I had to adjust the legs a little bit more, make sure it was going to stay stable for us. Alright, looks like our next departure. Looks like an American A321. This one probably headed back to Charlotte. Again, I've been trying to give you guys information, but this wind is just got me all tied up here at the moment. I am struggle busing. We got another Southwest arrival. Or is that an exec jet? Looks like Southwest. That Southwest is going to be pointed right at us, as we all struggle with the wind here, myself included. Libor, good evening. Becky, good evening. Brigid Klaus, good evening. Eagle, good evening. So again, if you guys are just joining us, we are testing some new equipment, so if anything seems a little off, just bear with me. And of course, like I said, the wind is not helping the situation at all. I am missing some pieces, so I might sound a little bit different coming in the next couple of days. I do have some pieces to get my headset back up and going. I currently have a little bit of a different setup this evening. Kind of an awkward touchdown there for Southwest. Ooh, and it's already getting cold. The sun's hiding behind a cloud right here where I'm standing, making it very, very chilly up here. Not a very warm day here in Raleigh. And did I see Ramona earlier? Ramona Aviation, good evening. So again, good evening to each and every one of you. I might have to pull out the jacket already. If that sun don't come back out. Alright, let's see if we can do a little bit better here. See if we can give you some flight information here on that American. Alright, so that American is American Airlines 3215 headed to Miami, Florida. That one is 737-800. Again, I am doing a couple of different things behind the scenes here. Trying to get ATC back up and going. For some reason that stopped working. Still doesn't want to work. Wondering if it went down. Now there it goes. Alright, finally we got some ATC. Alright, looks like our next arrival is going to be Delta 1097. This one coming in from Atlanta, Georgia. This one's going to be on a 757-200. One of everybody's favorites.
Good land, 23 rate, Delta.
So, again, if a bit more of you come in, if I'm not as chatty, don't worry, we're working on some equipment and stuff. So, just bear with us. Welcome in, you guys. Try to enjoy it. It is very windy, so it is going to affect our sound at the moment. We may have to buy some more pieces of equipment to remedy that, but we'll see. I wasn't expecting it to be as windy as it is out here today, so it is what it is. Again, our 757 on final. Yeah, there you go. They're still hollering gusts. 1.7. You can see the 757 struggling a little bit here with these gusty winds. Again, that nose pointed to the southwest due to those winds coming across the runway here. Nelia, I do have a dead cat, but for some reason with the microphone I'm using, it doesn't seem to work very well for whatever reason. So I don't really understand the deal with that. It works with the other microphone. I'm using a different one tonight for the ambient audio. We're trying all kinds of new things this evening. That's why I said bear with me. If you guys have any issues, let me know. But again, we are trying some new equipment. Oh my goodness. You can see him leaning to the left. Man, that was a pretty hard touchdown, I think. And of course tonight when I go home I'll review the show to make sure that sound levels are actually decent, so you guys aren't having to turn your TVs and surround sounds and such way up loud. It's one of the issues we were trying to solve here tonight. And again, you guys, after tomorrow, you guys will be able to hear me a little bit better than you can tonight. Although you guys say you can hear me just fine. It's funny because the microphone that you guys are hearing me on is about a foot away from me. John BMX, good evening. Long time no see, my friend. How are you? So if I didn't review, we do have Iceland tonight. We do have the American 777. We also have the departure of Air France. That is one thing I'm looking forward to. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear it. Again, we're going to have to make some adjustments as, you know, maybe Sunday afternoon I'll come up here a little on the early side and make some proper adjustments so you guys can hear everything. Hopefully it won't be as windy on Sunday. The wind is what's really got me messed up this evening. So, and hopefully, you know, when everything comes together, hopefully everything will sound the way I want it to. Trying to see if that was a United Max. I can't really tell. I was going to say, Nelly, that might be headed your way in June. Ooh, look at that Delta turning. Making that left turn onto the other taxiway there. Perfect lighting. The sun has finally come back out. It's not hiding behind the cloud anymore. So let's see if we can get a little bit of flight information here.
Runway right, clear takeoff, wind 3208, just 14.
Runway 23 right, clear to take off runway heading, 1441.
So the one at the end of the runway down there, that's American 1444 headed to Philadelphia. That is an A320, I believe. That is the A320-200. Hey, guess who it is? Southwest on the move. It's not Sunday, so we can't call it Southwest Sunday. I might actually put that in the description this weekend, call it Southwest Sunday. With all the amount of Southwest we saw here last Sunday, I do need to make one quick adjustment here. Give me 1 second. We'll swing you over to the Blueberry over there, as Molly likes to call our Southwest flights. Give me 1 second. I'm going to make one quick adjustment.
Runway heading, 23 left, clear to take off, number 1441,
contact departure, gas
over departure, American 1441, good day.
I mean, that's why you're supposed to go like this, so that you ease into it. Especially since you're hitting the ground and like not moving.
So Molly, I don't have anybody here with me per se. I've got a family here looking off, watching somebody leave, heading out over here. That's what you guys are hearing there, over by the ambient microphone over there. It's just me, myself, and I this evening, hanging out. Goodbye, Blueberry. All right, Southwest on the move. Looks like we've got another one ready to go. Over on this side, this one a Delta 737. Let's see where Southwest is headed. Southwest 4503, that's headed to Chicago Midway. That's headed up to Matman.
so much to wire in there that I'd rather not take it out. Because like you wouldn't have to put it up where it is because I had it on the like lower on the back. You can do that. You can do that. You can do that. Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Find out where Delta's headed. So that's Delta 2028 headed to Salt Lake City. If you're looking and following along on flight radar, it says it just came from Salt Lake City. So again, flight radar doing the glitch thing. So again, flight radar not working the way it's supposed to, unfortunately. So Rail Stalker, we've got the Saab 2000 sitting over here. I think we had one of our last planes from all of the basketball tournament. We had an Allegiant leave a little while ago. So nothing of unique to write home about. Ooh, wait a minute. What is that? Got a bright red one sitting over there. That looks good. Still quite a few exec jets. Again, Allegiant was over here and they were picking up one of the basketball teams again. We are in tournament season. I don't know how many of you guys are watching the ball games. I didn't watch any of them, but I did see that Duke won, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but here it's so clear that you should be able to see a plane coming in from miles. But I don't see any planes coming in. Unless there's planes coming in back there that I can't see. But I don't think they're coming this way because I have one that the tarmac switch every day. Or like every other day or whatever. They switch, so like today they're all coming in this way and then the other day they'll be all this way. I don't know. I think they land this way.
Looks like our next arrival is going to be an Endeavor from DCA. That one a CRJ 900 on the way in from Ronald Reagan. They're in downtown DC.
And 33.2 right now, runway 23 right, clear to land, the wind, 3209, that's 15.
That's going to be followed by a United coming in from Washington Dulles. It's going to be United 1322. That's going to be on a 737-700 tonight. I think last Thursday, a friend of mine at work, his wife and school children, she's a teacher, were all on this flight right here coming back from London and Paris. I guess they did their high school trip over to London and then Paris, from what I understand. So they came back on this one. So we got the FedEx 767 at 721. Also, we've got our American 777 along with Iceland. Those two should come around the same time. Waiting on this United to get a move on. Again, we've got a a Delta CRJ on the way. That one off in the distance. I'm gonna have to zoom out and pause just a minute. I gotta get my jacket. I'm already getting cold. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
Raleigh Tower, Diamond Star 715 Bravo Lima, straight in runway 32.
715 Bravo Lima, Raleigh Tower, runway 32 for land, the wind 3109, adjust 16.
Roger, 32 clear to land, 715 Bravo Lima.
Flighting 210, runway 23 left clear takeoff, so wind 31010, dot 16.
So you can hear they're talking about the wind still being at 16, wind gusts at 16. Can you guys hear this E175 right here? Hopefully you guys can. Hey, Matt, thank you for the wave. Matt coming from DC there on that CRJ. No, unfortunately I can't see 3-2. That would be pretty exciting. Although they would have more of a headwind, because it looks like the wind's blowing right at 3-2. Thank you, John. I greatly appreciate it. This is our first attempt with the new audio stuff, so thank you for the kind words. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, we're trying out a couple of new things today. Again, I got, after I get our pieces on Thursday, I may have a couple other things that I may have to pick up to fix that rumbling noise with the wind, because it is always windy up here. But we'll see. Hey, hey, Vincent. Happy Wednesday. Oh, speaking of days of the week, so it being the last Sunday of the month coming up this weekend, you guys will want to tune in and make sure you're here for they try to do it the first and last Sunday of the month. They need to change that. Maybe we change it to the last Sunday and then a Sunday at random in the middle of the month. So if any of you guys are hoping to get a membership, please be here on Sunday. Thank you, Greg, for the update. 72 likes so far. We've got that goal of 150. Hopefully we'll get there. A huge thank you to Mattman and Ramona Aviation. Thank you guys so much. Gifting out 2 memberships back to back. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. Congratulations to those who got that membership. Stunning work from 2 of our wonderful supporters, Mattman and Ramona. So you get to use all of the emojis. Hey, it's Birdbeak, one of my personal favorite Uniteds. Coming in with the old nose on the new livery. New-ish livery. Looks like a bird.
Victor 4485, outside, that's 11 miles out. Runway, visual, 23 right.
We got 4485 out of Jackson, runway 23 right, traffic about to hold in position.
Copy, continue, Victor 4485.
Heavy number 51, 3 computer, roger, runway 23 right to the 9 up awake, traffic 10 out.
Looks like we got a CRJ about to get a move on. Libor gifting 1 Carolina Aviation membership. Thank you, Libor. 79 likes, Brian said. Thank you so much for you guys smashing the like button and the gifted memberships. You guys are amazing. Again, I can only gift them in clusters of 5. I wish I could pepper out the 10 memberships throughout the month, but unfortunately it's 5 or nothing. So that's why we have to give them out 2 Sundays a month.
Heading runway 23 right, clear, takeoff, wind 3205, gust 16. Quick 4485, you're clear to land runway 23 right, so wind 3205, gust 16.
Clear land, 23 right, Victor 4485.
RW with 2 more gifted memberships. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. Congratulations. We got 4 new memberships tonight alone. Thank you guys so much for the memberships and the support. So there's our next arrival. So another one from Washington, D.C. So 3 back-to-back. This is Republic Airways. Coming in from DCA, Ronald Reagan. Republic Airways 4485. All right, John, good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Sue Major, good evening. Oh, Vincent gave 10. Oops. Thought it said 1. My bad. Thank you so much, Vincent. That helps us out a lot. Helps us to continue to get new equipment for you guys. Ooh, I thought he was about to slam that E175 down. Caught it just in time there before touchdown.
Right 1 Eagle, ground point 9 on clear. Abs on.
Molly gifted 1 Carolina Aviation membership. Thank you, Molly. Man, you guys have started the membership gifting train early. Thank you guys oh so much. Amazing support from each and every one of you. Hopefully it doesn't go unnoticed. It definitely doesn't go unnoticed for me. So thank you guys so much. Come out here, we work hard to try and put on a decent show for you guys. If I could get the wind to quit gusting, I think I'd be okay. Oh, gave us a little bit of a wing wave there.
Okay, Raleigh, tower 043, runway 23 right.
Wow, you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Troy. Man, great support. Thank you guys, tons and tons. Let's check our next arrival here really quick. Another one from DC. This one coming in from Washington Dulles. This one's going to be Aeromexico. We have Aeromexico on final. Anybody have any information on why we have Aeromexico coming in from DC? Or has Flight Radar completely lost its mind? Alright, let's check. Is this actually Aeromexico? What's the deal? Anybody got any information on Aeromexico? It doesn't say divert on my screen. But it is coming in from Washington Dulles. RW with another $10 super chat. Holy cow, you guys. Thank you so much, RW. Apologize I didn't read you guys' messages. Oof. And again, the wind, I know, the noise. gonna have to rectify that. Yeah, this is definitely different. I didn't think we would be seeing Aeromexico tonight, but here we are. So again, Aeromexico coming in from Washington Dulles. Molly with a $10 super chat. Goodness, you guys are amazing. Again, thank you guys. Man, oh man, I can't thank you guys enough. So this one, a bit of an oddball here. That one throwing a curveball my way. Maybe if it is a diversion, they won't have to go through customs again. All right, this 737 finally lining up. We've been watching that one. Brian Lloyd with 1 Carolina Aviation membership. Man, you guys are just flowing on the train tonight. Thank you guys, tons and tons. Man, you guys have no idea how much it means. After those, man, you guys are gonna render me speechless here in a minute. All right, United on the move. And that 737. I don't believe this one was a MAX. I believe this one was just a regular 800 or 900. I think it's a 900. Gifting a 1 Carolina Aviation membership. Man, oh man. All right, what do we got here? Hold on, Nelia. I'll get your message up here in just a second. Thank you so much, Nelia, our wonderful friend over there in Madeira. Thank you so much. Got a Southwest landing over here on 23 right. Got 2 Southwest trying to get a departure. I know after Sunday we've seen a lot of Southwest.
Clear to land, 32, Roger, I'm driving.
So John R., we are located in Raleigh, North Carolina. Technically, it's Cary, I believe, but just inside the belt line, or not the belt line, whatever you call 540 around here. So Aeromexico looks like it is going to go to a customs gate. I definitely don't have any information on this one. I'm gonna stick with Aeromexico. I think we have another Southwest on the way in. Now we got an Avelo on the way in, a 737-700. We're gonna stick with Aeromexico for now. Somebody getting a move on the other side. Let's snag this Avelo in the golden hour lighting here as it struggles to make its touchdown here.
Runway heading 23 ready, close to take off number 26.
Nicely done for a velo. Southwest in that beautiful lighting. We've got another one ready for departure. Southwest looking good in the golden hour lighting as well.
Over to departure, Bridge at 335, thanks for your help. Currently 4 miles north of Kilo for 3 Kilo landing, make a Mike.
222 ident. Kilo 1,500 kilo in that approved.
Kilo 1,000 approved,
Southwest getting after it. Doing their thing. I saw Molly posted our FedEx 767 arriving in just 3 minutes. I believe I saw that one. Turning on the downwind, or that's it right there. There's a couple over there it looks like. Let's see if we can peek at flight radar here before Southwest moves. So this Southwest is Southwest 2695 headed to Baltimore, Maryland, headed up to Bewee. But I think we're gonna skip out on you, Southwest. We're gonna watch a windy, heavy arrival in our 767 here from FedEx. This one coming in from Memphis, Tennessee. You can see he's pointed that nose to the west.
Full stops for the Oscar, please.
91 likes. Thank you guys so much. Ron, good evening.
3205, full circle and 23 left at all times.
We'll hold short 23 left at all times, too. That's for the Oscar for runway 322,
on the go, make left close back.
There you go, a little 2 for 1 with that 767 and American Airlines there in the background. So this, hopefully this 767 arrival will be fairly exciting. Again, wind gust about 1.7 tonight and blowing in from the northwest. That FedEx is definitely sideways. Maybe we'll see him kick it right before he touches the ground here.
Raleigh Tower, American 2867, good evening. Visual 23 right.
2867 North, good evening on my 23 right, clear to land in 3404, constant signal calling everyone 767.
Alright, 23 right, clear to land, American 2867.
Oh, there you go. Touching down perfectly. Nice and gingerly, a little long. He's gonna go way, way long here. Nobody else matters right now, because here we go, Air France. All right, I'm gonna mute. Hopefully you guys will hear the startup. Let me know if you guys can hear it. If not, I will turn up the mic. I have a little bit better control over things.
Bridge 109, Tower 23 right, clear to land, 13404.
Good 123, 9, 821.
So 75 heavy left, around the 4 square Bravo, contact ground. Bravo 4, Bravo, ground 19.
As you can see, the city of Lyon represented on the side of this A350. Again, this might be, maybe Sunday will be our last golden hour departure of the A350 as they transition Monday over to the 777-200. All right, enjoy.
Departure, good day,
Bravo 4, Bravo to the ramp, contact range tower.
Bravo 4, Bravo to the ramp, good day, over the ramp tower, third space, 7.
Bravo, ramp tower, either 821.
Alright, so our 777 looks like it is next for arrival. It says it's arriving in about 3 minutes. And if you remember me talking about my work colleagues, I do have a couple of work colleagues coming in tonight. They boarded their flight at 7:01 there in Atlanta, coming home from school. Hopefully he'll stop by up here. And hopefully you guys saw Iceland land. We were having a little bit of a service issue there, so I apologize for the service issue. There's obviously nothing we can do about that. But hopefully you guys caught Iceland from Reykjavik. Thank you, Blick Fang, 100 likes. Make sure if you guys haven't smashed the like button yet, please do so as we check out our A350 one more time. We get it one more time after today, guys, on the show. Sunday will be the last day 350, sadly. Air France moving over to that 777-200. Ramona and I are hoping it's the 200 with the GE90s. I think 777-200s with GEs are kind of rare. I'd have to do some more Googling. Looks like we got Delta on the move. I think that's our A220. You could hear that boy really, really loud. It is. Shelton, as far as I know, it's permanent. I haven't heard anything else. Also, March 31st will be the return of Air France's daily flight from Paris. So they'll be back on 7 days a week. All right, we got the 777 on final now. Enjoy.
Here's traffic about 2 miles in Fairview. Just make this for a low post for just only about 10 to 15 seconds left. Please be left.
Orange, we go in Delta 1035.
693, Papa Heavy, Raleigh Tower, runway 23 right, line up and wait, traffic 7 mile final. Airplane 693, Papa Heavy, Raleigh Tower.
Got a little FedEx ATR action about to happen as well. That one coming in here in just a minute. But as you can see, we're about to have the A350 departure.
Runway 23 left, clear to land on 3207.
We'd like the option if we could, 8 on a mic.
Our FedEx ATR is going to be our next arrival. Air France is going to wait for that one. 777 making its way to the gate. There's a lot of action happening right now. I know we got a lot of people that love the 777. We got a lot of people that love the FedEx ATRs. So we're going to have to split this up a little bit because the 777 is in a hurry. Greg with a 747 super chat. Thank you so much, Greg. Well, the weather's fine. It's really, really windy and it's getting nippy already. All right, FedEx ATR, we'll turn back to you as you land. Just in time for the ATR touchdown. Good thing I'm wearing shorts. I already had to put my jacket on. I put my jacket on well before it got dark or the sun went down. Sun's just now finishing up the last couple of minutes here on the horizon. Noisy FedEx. I think this one's from New Bern. All right, let's go to Air France. I'm gonna mute my mic. Enjoy.
And our 8 on a mic is on this.
Air France actually landed around the 5 o'clock hour. A little after 5 p.m. I saw it coming in on my way up here to the airport. So this is Delta. Delta 2992 coming in from Miami, Florida. This one an A319-100. 1 hour and 42 minutes of flight time for this one. Again, so I do have some work colleagues coming in from Atlanta here in just a little while. They were texting me, letting me know they were about ready to leave. So we got an American 737, it looks like. That one's American Airlines 1888. That one's about to head to Dallas, Fort Worth. That is also a 737-800. Thank you, Molly, for using the emojis. Looks like we got another one lined up and waiting. Another American. This one's not up on flight radar currently. Shoot, John, what's up? Alright, American on the move. Try to give you guys that flight information after it departs. Thank you, Molly, for displaying the member emojis. We're gonna have to take a poll and see which airline you guys would like to see as our next emoji, and then I can get our master emoji maker on that. So did anybody figure out why Aeromexico's here? Maybe I missed it in the chat. So that American right there is American 1891. That one's headed to Miami. Again, another 737-800. Let's check down here about Atlanta. So they're out on the taxiway. They're Delta 1518. They're flying in a 737 9GP.
For departure, American 1891 Connect.
So they're finally taxiing out there in Atlanta, Georgia. Looks like our next arrival is going to be Republic Airways in about 8 minutes or so. Oh, all right. Thank you for that information. I wonder why they diverted. It was a pretty day here. Didn't really have any weather or anything. Thank you guys for the likes. I am a little behind in the chat, so I was trying to go back and read some of your messages there. So thank you guys for 100 and however many likes Greg said. I saw the 101 minutes. So we are an hour and 45 minutes into today's show. Thank you guys for smashing the like button. Again, we got about 8 minutes for our next arrival. Now I'm not staying, obviously it's going to be getting cold, so I'm not going to stay too late. We might try to stay for the MD-11. If the MD-11 shows any signs of being late, and we're going to end tonight. Again, tonight's supposed to be part of a test. I want to go home and try to review this show, see what I need to do for Sunday. So far though, you guys have said everything sounds amazing, other than the gusty winds we had a little bit earlier. It looks like the winds are tapering off now. Thank you, Greg. There it is, 107 likes. Ronald Smith, good afternoon, good evening. Oh, so they diverted probably because of the winds earlier today. I didn't even think it was that windy today. Maybe it was. I knew it was really, really cool today. RWB, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your contributions. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you everybody for your contributions today. Was not expecting that on a Wednesday, so a huge shout out to all of you guys. Have a good evening.
Currently on the base for runway 23 left, touch and go, request over to RWI. Clear touch and go for 23 left, 70.
And of course we're going to stay for my co-worker's arrival. I assume they're both on the same flight. We got another FedEx ATR landing here in just a little while. Another ATR in about 20 minutes or so. I gotta make a quick adjustment to the camera. Give me 1 second.
clear for land 1
So it looks like we had a United make their way out. Looks like we're going to have an American Eagle right here. So Molly didn't holler bells, so am I to assume we didn't hear bells this time? I barely heard them, but that I'm half deaf anyway, working in the loud environment that I work in.
Straight at Raleigh 32.
Yeah, I think that one, that's our weak bells right there. Again, also too, so our microphone is not as far away from me as I would like it to be. It's not over on the edge like we normally have it. So I think we're gonna have to get another cable to move it further away. So maybe you guys will be able to hear the bells a little more clearly. And I'm glad the wind finally died down, so that's not so annoying. Our next arrival is Republic Airways 4596. This one's coming in from Nashville, Tennessee. This one, another E175 from American Eagle. 1 hour and 1 minute of flight time so far for this one. About an hour and 2 minutes by the time they touch down. Thank you, John R. Glad you're enjoying the show.
Over departure 125.30. Thank you.
That's what we try to do here. Enjoy the show. Try to have the friendliest moderators possible. Try to staff the best moderators I can. They got to reflect the show just as much as I do, so my moderators are wonderful. Thank you guys, as always. Got another United 737 sitting out there waiting for departure. Looks like our next arrival is going to be American Airlines 2660. This one coming in from DFW. This one another 737-800. 2 hours and 6 minutes of flight time for that one. Looks like we got a Delta on the move as well. Is that our 757 we saw land earlier in the show? I don't know if it is or not. Kind of looks like it might be. I do. I need a mods rock emoji. It is not the 757. It is that 737-900. I assume that one's going back to... No, we already had our Salt Lake City flight leave, didn't we? So this one's probably going back to Atlanta. So we got Republic Airways, or American Eagle, operated by Republic Airways, making their way back here to the alleyway. Speeding around that corner. So that's our 737 to LA. There it is. This one about to make that long journey back to Los Angeles. Thank you, Molly, for the update on Iceland. Iceland due to depart at 8:30. Iceland did make their way to a gate over on the other side of Terminal 2 here. Normally, Iceland's where Aeromexico is, but with the little mishap there, I guess, with Aeromexico, they decided to move Iceland over to one of the other customs gates on the other side. So again, this is American Airlines 2660 coming in from Dallas, Fort Worth. Another 737-800, 2 hours and 10 minutes of flight time, thereabout. Yeah, so we'll probably end around the 9:15, 9:20 hour, depending on the MD-11. Hopefully we have the MD-11 tonight. We haven't been lucky the last couple of Wednesdays, unfortunately. Yeah, sometimes I'm here till 10 and then I gotta be up at 5:30, 6 o'clock to be at work by 6:30. Pulling those long hours. I was up really late last night working as well. I was up till about 1:30 last night working. Woke up at my normal time, 5:30, 6 o'clock. So not necessarily working, but I was working on getting the equipment situated so we could do it tonight. So we'd have our new equipment ready to go this evening. So again, that one from Dallas, Fort Worth. We still have that United and that Delta. Looks like Delta to LAX is going to go first.
Raleigh Tower, Skyhawk 1305 Bravo with you. 32, clear to land, 1305 Bravo.
Well, that's why I said if we have any issues with the MD-11, don't expect me to stay too much later than the MD-11's departure time. Oh, I can't talk. Just glad I got the weekend off. Saturday I've got some things to do. I've got a wedding to photograph. I gotta do it Friday night too, but I gotta make sure I get my shots in. I haven't done any photography work since Easter last year, so I'm a little rusty on the photography stuff other than the aviation photography. So yeah, I gotta, during the rehearsal dinner, I gotta do some practice runs Friday night. Looks like our FedEx ATR is going to be our next arrival. So this Delta headed it back to Los Angeles. It's always your fault, Molly. Always your fault. Oh, too bad we won't see Ward. That would be a good reward. See Ward, your buddy. I don't know if we have Ward tonight or not. I didn't check. Vincent, sometimes I struggle, but thank you. Hopefully, I'm glad you guys enjoy the show. So it looks like our FedEx ATR is turning on final for 23 left. Looks like we got a couple more aircraft coming from the northeast. Possibly. We got a lot of general aviation planes out there. We've got a American Airlines 706 that's coming in from Philadelphia. That one arriving in just 9 minutes. Followed by United 2192 coming from Newark, New Jersey. That one on a 737 MAX, on the MAX 9 tonight. Nope, FedEx tricked me. FedEx coming in 2-3 right with that second and final ATR, the smaller of the two. This one here coming from Ramona Aviation Town. Make sure if you guys haven't checked out Ramona Aviation on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, please do so. Ramona Aviation, a wonderful friend of the channel. If you guys missed Sunday's show, she was out here hanging out with us on Sunday, co-hosting the show. So a huge shout out to Ramona Aviation. Nice, Adam. Well, we're glad you're here and hanging out with us tonight. So, Greg, I did see your message before we started the show about having 4,700 subscribers. So that official count was 4,747, I think. And of course, we'll give you guys an update on our subscriber count at the end of the show tonight. So just keep that number in mind, 4,747. I honestly can't wait to get home now, since Miss Carolina said my hat has come in. I've been waiting for this hat for about 2 weeks now, so I'm excited to get the hat. So it doesn't look like Ryan and Brian have left yet from Atlanta. Those are my work colleagues. So they're still on the ground in Atlanta, it looks like. Hey, hey! We got a flying banana in about 20 minutes or so. Spirit Airlines from Fort Lauderdale. Uh-oh, what's happening here? Wasn't me. I didn't do it. So one of you guys did it. Let's go back to Aeromexico a moment. Oh, I check flight radar some more. So it looks like American 706 from Philadelphia is going to be our next arrival in just 4 minutes. That's an A321. So American Airlines must have updated that flight to a from the A319 to the A321. Now they have still been bringing the A319 for that flight as well, so I think they're doing about 2 or 3 flights a day from Philly, if I'm not mistaken. Who you hiding from? You know, I was just thinking that same thing, Vince. I was like, oh, they just did that so they could get out. They turned their lights off immediately. Got a Southwest over here ready for departure. Is our Southwest on flight radar though? But we do have a couple. Looks like we got United possibly finally on the move. So that's going to be United 1769 headed to SFO. It's going to be a 737 MAX 8 headed out to FSO. Hopefully it'll depart before we end tonight's show. That'll be interesting. I do like Aeromexico sitting here in this light though. Doesn't look like there's any real movement out of that Max 8 out there. So you heard it, American cleared to land.
Good land, 23 right. 21
Both cleared to land. American from Philadelphia as well as the United from Newark. Speaking of United, there we go. Messed up our lens here. So United getting a move on. Matt, good evening. American coming in from Philadelphia, that A321. Trying to give you guys a little bit of a slow roll across the sunset there. No, you never know, you might have that Max 8. Next arrival is going to be that United 2192 coming in from Newark, New Jersey. That one a 737 MAX 9. It's definitely much clearer tonight than it has been the last few night shows here. A lights looking a lot cleaner and a lot crisper. There it is, Aero Mexico pushing back. Hey, Yen, good evening. CRJ on the move. That's CRJ you heard departing there. That's Endeavor Air. Headed back to JFK. Looks like we got another United on the way out as well. So while we watch Aero Mexico, I'm going to handle something here on the computer really fast.
Project Good Day, number 5219.
Tower, Marchex 700, inbound visual 32.
Marchex 700, I'll try to 32, please land your call.
32,
you're clear to land. Mark 7 meters.
So you say. You say the MD-11 is going to depart at 9:30, but will it really?
Clear to land, runway 23 right, number 683.
Sounds like we got JetBlue. Our next arrival looks like our United here is going to get a move on. Yeah, this right here is not a good sign for Aeromexico. Next arrival is going to be JetBlue 683 coming in from Boston. This one's going to be a E190 AR. Unless they stop right there, I have a feeling Aeromexico might be here for the night. There's a good possibility. So we shall see. So United 689 was at 7:37. You guys saw just departing. That one's headed back to Washington Dulles. Yep, definitely looks like Aeromexico's headed over to the overnight parking. JetBlue from Boston, our next arrival, about to touch down here. Mexico departing at 12:30. Thank you, Molly, for that update. I want to check on our, I wouldn't call it a special flight, but Delta 1518, Brian and Ryan finally on their way from Atlanta, Georgia. They left about 18 minutes ago, arriving in about 38 minutes. So it looks like they'll arrive right before the MD-11 departure. Now we swing over to Flying Potassium coming from Fort Lauderdale. Spirit Airlines. This is Spirit 363. Coming coming in from Fort Lauderdale. 1 hour and 42 minutes of flight time for the A321. Can't tell by the photo if it's our masked A321 or not. Alright, Nelia, have a wonderful evening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. As a matter of fact, you guys, after the show, will be redirected over to Marco. I believe he's going to start around the 4 a.m. our time. I always like to catch him early, probably around the time I get to work. I turn something on to listen to. Marco's usually the first one on air. Denelia follows about 9:30. I think we're going to see a lot of Spirit Airlines this summer. So let's see, where exactly are they going to tow Aeromexico to? You guys are local to the area? Probably come out here and snag some nice nighttime photos of Aeromexico as they pull it over to that brightly lit overnight parking spot. What you guys are hearing is that JetBlue finally pulling into their gate. Next arrival looks like it could possibly be Frontier Airlines. Buck the Pronghorn livery coming in from Orlando. I don't know if he's going to be our next arrival. He's about 27 minutes out. Got a couple coming in from the northeast as well, so they might be... Ooh, did they pull that right in front of the observation deck over there? So if you guys are local to the area and you want to come out and get your Aeromexico pictures in the morning, you can go to the observation deck over there at about 9 a.m. when that opens. Snap all those pictures. Looks like we've got an American Airlines on the move. So our Delta flight that we're waiting on is 38 minutes out. 33 minutes out, excuse me. Looks like we've got American 1904 headed to Charlotte, an A321, making its way out to the end of the runway there. Thank you, Brian Lloyd, for the update. 131 likes. Thank you guys. We're 29 away from reaching our Wednesday night goal of 150. So make sure if you guys haven't yet, smash the like button. Please do so. Titanic, what's up? Oh, I gotta read that name. Nice. No worries, Brian. I do that all the time. It's like, ah, man, I gotta stop on the way home by the drugstore or stop by the store. I do it all the time, actually. I'll be so tired on the way home. I'm like, ah, I'm just ready to be home. I'm excited, and then I'll get close, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta make a pit stop. Turn around. Most of the time, I remember before I have to turn around, which is good. Hey, Daniel. Good evening.
American 9, was ready, New York.
Alright, so American 1904, not wasting any time. Now, give us a little turn and burn. Headed back to Charlotte.
Dutch Commander, American 9, 10-4.
So it definitely does look like Frontier is going to be our next arrival for MCO. That one's arriving in just 19 minutes. And let's not forget the whole deal with flight radar the other night, saying that something was way further out. Actually was. look at here for another few minutes unless we get these guys out here on departure. One of the things I like about our chat and I like our moderators. Keeping you guys entertained while we ain't got anything happening here at the airport. Oh, that's why. Sorry, I forgot to unmute the mic that I use, so you guys were hearing me on the one ways away. So hopefully you guys are hearing me just fine now. I had it muted. I completely forgot I had it muted. So it's better right now, right? Because I just unmuted it. Yeah. Oops. Sorry, guys. Oh, boy. Anyway. So I don't have the soundboard in my face anymore. It's behind me. And so, yeah, I muted it and forgot about it. Sorry. At least we don't have any weird echoing happening. Come on, somebody get a move on. Cold up here. So the funny thing is I had it muted, but it only mutes it for you guys. It does not mute it for me in my headset, so that's where I made the mistake. I forgot to turn around and look to make sure it wasn't muted. So it'll, I hit the mute button, you guys can't hear me, but I can still hear me. I don't understand it. It's weird, but whatever. Getting used to new things. That's why I said this show is kind of a normal Wednesday show-ish with a bit of a test happening. So bear with me here. I'm gonna have to figure out something for this thing, honestly. Man, we got so much equipment to buy on, to be honest. Not looking forward to it. Looks like that Delta made it out there to the end of the runway quite quickly. Yeah, did I do that? Ooh, did you guys hear that southern accent come through? Ugh, I apologize. That's not something you guys hear very often, is it? Just depends on what I say and how I say it. Hey, somebody gonna hit the runway? Yoo-hoo. Anybody? Any one of you three? Come on. 7 minutes for that Frontier. Thank you, Molly. Also, after that one, why is there even potential spam at 8:30 at night? 8:40 at night. Normally it calms down about 6. Anyway, thank you, Molly, for that update. That one will be followed by my work colleagues coming in from Atlanta. And then there's a bunch coming out of the Northeast. So maybe we'll have one last busy push here right as the MD-11 gets a move on. So we're having one depart to Mickey Mouse Town and one headed in from Mickey Mouse Town. Dang, he shot up there. Kind of. So our friends arriving in 18 minutes. All right, looks like we got our next departure. Looks like a CRJ. Do we got a CRJ? I believe it is. And it is. Got a Delta Connection CRJ on the move. Yeah, I really am hoping that the audio is better for you guys. Christy is back. Good evening. Getting late for you over there. What, about 12:30, 12:39? 4 hours ahead of us, so I'd say it's about 12:41 for you over there. We don't have too much longer in the show, a little more than 30 minutes or so. Probably, I'd say we probably have about 40 minutes left in the show. Possibly 45. Depends. May make it an even 9:30 and end it there. Or we just end with the MD-11. Just depends on what's happening around the MD-11, of course. So that Delta CRJ, that was Endeavour Air 5198. That one's headed to Washington, D.C. via Ronald Reagan there in downtown D.C. And that was the CRJ 900. Greg. See, there's that pesky wind again. You can hear it. So there's a piece of equipment I can buy to eliminate that. Can't remember how much it is, but I think it's expensive. Anyway, we'll get there. We will get there eventually. All right, John Southwell, have a wonderful night. Thank you for stopping in, moderating. Greatly appreciate what you do. Have a wonderful evening and a wonderful rest of your week. We'll see you on exactly what I thought. Parking's up here. All right, here we go. So Frontier coming in from MCO, our next arrival. That one is on final. Buck the Longhorn. Is it Longhorn or Pronghorn? Pronghorn livery on board this one. This one's our first Frontier flight of the day. I see Brian and Ryan over there. It's so funny they sent them to school together. Oh boy. Heard what? You didn't hear anything. I heard some static. I don't know what you guys are talking about. What'd you guys hear? Static? That's what I thought too. Interesting. See, we're getting used to new stuff here. Work out the kinks. Oh boy. Ooh, you know what? A good warm cup of tea actually sounds really good right about now. Don't want coffee, too much caffeine. I've actually backed off the caffeine quite a bit. I've actually backed off a lot of stuff lately. Gotta work on that summer bod. Now if I could just hit the gym, which is not something I enjoy doing. And not like I really have a whole lot of time for that. Working the way I do. take a look at Buck, our pronghorn there. Ooh. Skirt. Hard on the brakes there for Buck. All right. Let's see, where's our next arrival? Should be turning on final here in just a minute. There they are. Nope, never mind. Looks like our next arrival is going to be United. United 2424 coming in from Chicago O'Hare. There's a FedEx 767 that just popped up on flight radar out there. Definitely not going anywhere, I don't think. Their scheduled departure is 9:49. Definitely not staying that late. So hopefully that brake squeak came in nice and clear. So this United's going to be on a 737 MAX 8. So who do we have departing here? Who's been hiding down there? This looks like an American Airlines A319 with a nice early rotation. See, that's exactly what we want. We want you guys to be able to hear everything that happens around the airport. Wow, I went way too far. Sorry. Oh no, I'm way too high. All I see is black on the camera. Sorry. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. We want you guys to be able to hear as much detail in the audio as possible. Again, like I was saying while my mic was muted, got those adapters coming, so hopefully things will sound just a little bit better coming from me. If it don't, I'm going to be upset, but try and get all this audio stuff straightened out. Yeah, I've been working so much lately, I still don't have time to do anything. I need a good day where I just stay home and do nothing. I haven't had one of those in like 3 weeks. I need a Saturday where I just stay home and don't do anything. I've been on the go. This will be week number 4, I think, where I haven't been home on Saturday to either get anything done or just hang out and relax. Hey, I did forget about Iceland. We do have Iceland at 8:30. They're really, really late. So here we go, United 2424 coming in from Chicago O'Hare. This on a 737 MAX 8. One hour and 19 minutes. I think I'm gonna have to implement my phone holder for Sunday's show. I got the phone laying down, and I'm limited on my mobility if you guys want to hear me, so a lot of things have changed for me at the moment. That's why I said at the beginning of the show, bear with me. There was Iceland. I saw Iceland. Iceland's tail. Toothpaste getting ready to head back to Reykjavik there, just on the left side of your screen. Looks like our next arrival is going to be Endeavor 5032, that's going to be a Delta Connection CRJ. Coming in from LaGuardia. Can you guys hear that exec jet landing? There they are, finally. Maybe. There they are. Delta 1518 coming in from Atlanta. Ryan and Brian on board. They're going to go back and watch the show. I'm like, dude, cut it out. Good, we got audio from both sides of the airport then. Alright, that Delta CRJ is going to be our next arrival in just a few minutes. Just now peeking out from behind the tower there. As we await Iceland's departure, we'll probably turn to Iceland here in just a minute as they start to get a move on. So it's good you guys can hear a lot of the action here at the airport. So maybe the mic's not as terrible as I thought it was going to be. Yeah. So Greg, part of the issue might be the fact of how late that I posted the show today. I did post the show a little bit later than I normally do on a Wednesday. I actually forgot to post it at 6 a.m. like I normally do. Because we haven't seen Will today. We haven't seen... Zoe was here. Zoe stopped by for a minute. I'm sure Will's probably been lurking and doing his homework. Or is he on spring break? Did he say he was going on spring break this week or next? So Delta Connection. Alright, Iceland, where'd you go? Iceland and that 737 on the move. To where? I don't know. Oh, there it is. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I figured you were working on your homework, working and lurking. Alright, so the CRJ down safely as we turn to Iceland, who's getting ready to head back to Reykjavik. Mattman, I think Pip is still working. He did, however, know I was going to be on tonight, but I think he's working again tonight. Hopefully he'll get off that night schedule soon. I don't know how anybody does nighttime work. I tried it several different times in my life. It's just not for me. I'd rather go in at 6 and work till 5 or whatever it may be. Lately it's been about 6:30 to 5 for me. And we don't even have to be there till 8. I just choose to go in early and get as much work and as many hours as I possibly can. Alright, so our next arrival is Delta 1518 coming in from Atlanta, Georgia. Again, that's got a couple of co-workers on board coming back from school. I wonder if they'll send me to school for this. I don't even know what it's for. It's something to do with the hybrid systems, I think. I can't remember. But they are on a 737-9 GP. They left Monday, and one of the guys was like, yeah, I'm gonna sleep. I was like, really? It's a 40-minute flight, dude. This time it's about an hour, so he might be actually sleeping this time. Yeah, I was like, dude, how are you gonna sleep for 40 minutes on a plane? I guess the phone's charging. Got all the way down to 13% and I didn't even realize it. I guess I forgot to turn on the other part of the battery. Alright, here we go. 1518 coming from Atlanta, Georgia. That's 737-9. No, I don't know where they're sitting. He didn't say anything to me about where he was sitting or nothing. He'll probably text me as soon as he lands. He texted me right before he left. I didn't know they were, I figured they wouldn't have been back until tomorrow. So it's a short class that they had to go for. They left Monday night, had class yesterday, class today. Finally home after 2 days. It's good they need to be back. Work was chaotic yesterday. Had nothing to do with them, but... Alright, our next arrival is going to be Republic Airways of 4478. Headed to Washington, D.C., or coming in from DCA. There at Ronald Reagan in downtown D.C. Top on an E175. Hey, our possible last plane of the night is on flight radar. Alright, so let's check flight radar and see what we got in the distance. And of course we do have Iceland headed back to Reykjavik. So two pretty special planes here. Not back to back, but to end out the night. Looks like we got American from Miami, and then a CRJ, and really nothing else after that. So looks like the MD-11 will probably be our last departure. Comes our E175. If I can get Nick the Nikon here to focus. Yeah, FedEx won't be going anywhere. they don't leave until 9:49. They do this every Wednesday. They pop up for about 30 minutes and then they fall back off flight radar, then they pop back up, then they go off. It drives me insane with FedEx. I don't understand why they do that. Just keep your transponder off until you're ready to leave. So we are going to try something a little bit different tonight with that MD-11 departure. We can really crank it up for you guys so you guys can enjoy that tri-jet. We're going to try it tonight, see how it goes. If it goes well, you guys enjoy it, then I know I've done a good job. So our next arrival is American Airlines 683 coming in from Miami on a 737-800. 1 hour and 43 minutes of flight time for that 800. Looks like we're going to have Iceland back to Reykjavik as our next departure though. So we are going to stick with Iceland. Man, that just looks so good down there in the distance. It looks better on the camera screen than it does on my laptop. I don't get it. But it is what it is. Alright, that's 737 getting a move on. Lose Iceland there. Hopefully we don't have any E175s back here being annoying, or E190s, because there is that JetBlue E190 back here. So hopefully we'll get the pure sound of the MD-11. Of those engines is really, really loud in my headset. So again, this one coming in from Miami. Good. Now everybody stay still in the alleyway, please. I want to crank it up so you guys can hear the MD-11 tonight. Yeah, I think we're going to try to blow some speakers tonight. Sorry, guys. Hey, at least I'm not hollering at your guys' Alexa. That should be good enough. Sorry, Molly. I know how much you love that. Come on, MD-11. MD-11's out there at the end of the runway. Alright. Is he going to go for it? He's going to go for it, looks like. Alright, enjoy the MD-11. And we're going to crank it up. That absolutely never gets old. I hope you guys enjoyed that. An actual turn it up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that sound of the MD. All right, let me take a quick peek here at Flight Radar. See if we got anything else of interest anytime soon. Probably not. We absolutely do not have anything else for another 15 minutes or so here, other than that CRJ touching down right now. So I want to thank you guys again. Thank you to my moderators, everybody who joined us tonight, and thank you guys for being patient with the test. Randy S, good evening. I gotta turn the camera a little bit here. But anyway, like I was saying, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We'll end out with the little CRJ arrival here. A huge thank you to everybody for your contributions. Absolutely means a lot. All the gifted memberships, the super chats, everything. Absolutely fantastic. You guys have no idea how much it means to me and what it means to this channel. Alright, you guys, that is going to do it. Enjoy the rest of your week. Again, thank you to my moderators for moderating, keeping you guys busy in the chat, and just for hanging out on a Wednesday again and being patient. So we shall see you guys. Oh, wait. There's one for Molly. Hopefully the rest of your week goes swell. We'll see you again on Sunday. Remember, we have 5 more gifted memberships to go out on Sunday. So make sure you guys are here for your chance to get those memberships from me. Have a wonderful rest of the week, guys. Good night.